Just get rid of it. Just get rid of the fucking dunk contest. I'm tired of watching this bullshit each and every year. Even though I really didn't watch it. But hey, you're tuned in. Let's make some money. Money pot shit. Let's go.
Let's go! This ain't the Fox Tyson forces gegen he stinks!
Oh shit!
It's gone!
This is Moss Money back here. And these guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. Moss, couldn't do it. Couldn't get it all the way. Couldn't get it there. No notes, that's what he says. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Money Pod Podcast. And we are live. That's another motherfucking money-making day today. No football no more. The dunk contest let us down. We got the second half of the NBA season. We got a lot to kind of not muddle through, but get through in terms of how to bet, where we're putting our money at. There's a lot of things going on. I'm a big UFC guy around this time, but let's go and get into our first sponsor. We got a new fucking sponsor, y'all. A new sponsor right here. You see it down on that side. BetUS Sportsbook, online sportsbook for the first 25 of the years. Love promo codes. If you like promo codes, you'll love BetUS. Get on BetUS promo codes right now. I think they're giving 200% back in crypto, 125 back in cash, and then 150 or 250, I think, back in casino. So they got it all. We're going to get into that. We're going to go and actually sign up for BetUS live on the show. We're going to do that live on the show. So if you want to see how to get in the sportsbook, how to set up an account, all that good stuff, we're going to show you how to do it live, how to give us a little referral bonus. Hey, you help us, we help you. You help us, we help you. That's how it goes, baby. Let's get into the poll question, though. You know what I mean? Because yesterday was one of the worst slam dunk contests I think I've ever seen. It was so dead in that motherfucking thing. But we still talking basketball. We still talking All-Stars. We still talking about Joe Embiid being the MVP of the league, which I think he's leading and should win as he finishes the league. We are at the halfway point of the season. And it's funny because usually during the halfway point of the season, there is, like halfway through the games, but they played a majority of their games up front. So there's not that many games coming on the second and tail end. But let's get into our poll question. Our poll question right now brought to you by FanUp. If you have an iOS device, and we got all kinds of bills to pay today. If you got an iOS device, go ahead and sign up for FanUp's betting app. You can't do it on Android, so we apologize. They're working on that, but go sign up for FanUp. The Sixers will be the number one seed in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the Eastern Conference. Agree or disagree? YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Let me know what you're talking about. Let me know what you think. Is this an ongoing conclusion that they will be? Right? Does it just make sense that they will be the way that the Eastern Conference is stacked up right now? I took a look at their schedule, right? So they come back on Friday 25th, right after all this stuff. They get about another week off, which is good. Get those legs back. They come against Minnesota, New York, and March 2nd at home in the first Union. New York Knicks, I believe, will be James Harden Day. I think that will be the first game that James Harden play on March 2nd against the New York Knicks. And then we get through our schedule. Obviously, special day, March 10th, your boy's birthday. But guess what? Ben Simmons, the villain himself, comes back. I believe he will play. I hope he plays. And the reason why I hope he plays, because don't be a bitch, right? Don't be a bitch. Come back and face the big bag wolf and let's fight. Let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk all that shit. Don't be that guy on the sideline. Don't come here that you're mentally not ready. If your ass better be on the fucking bench. Your ass better be in the building. Don't that's the one thing we just can't stand in this city. You can talk shit all you want about us. You can say this and don't be a bitch, right? Don't be a bitch about it. I think I've hit that home just enough, right? But March 10th marks Brooklyn. But as I go through this schedule here, there is one tough patch at the end of March where we take a kind of a West Coast trip. But it starts, you know, against Miami March 21st. Then we go to LA the 23rd. Then we go to the Clippers on the 25th. Then we face Phoenix and Milwaukee. Now the Clippers and the Lakers have obviously kind of fell off of where we think they should be. Then both of them might not even make the playoffs, which is crazy to say. But it's still going to be tough games to play. Obviously Miami, then going into Lakers, LA, Phoenix, and Milwaukee. So we're only 2.5 games back from winning. So my thought is, yeah, the dunk contest was absolutely unwatchable. My thought is that I think they'll finish strong. Uncharacteristically, they haven't been that good at home this year, the Sixers. Usually they are. But I think on the second half, with Harden getting more implemented into this offense and we're seeing what we really are, I really do agree to the poll here. I do think that the Sixers will be the number one seed when it comes down to the playoffs. Now, it's all about seeding for the playoffs. It's all about matchups. So let's go back here when I'm looking at. So right now, standings. We are the third seed. Right now ahead of us is Miami. Chicago's playing well. DeRozan's, he should be in the conversation for MVP. I don't see why he won't. Obviously, he won't win it, but he should be in that conversation for sure. And then you got the Cavs. You got the defending champs, the Bucks, and Boston, who just came off a crazy run that they had. I don't think that outside of the Bucks, maybe catching us because they're all 2.5 games back. Boston's are almost 5 games behind back. Miami staying kind of where they were for most of the season. I definitely agree that we can kind of track this down and get on a nice run. We've had nice runs throughout the season where we've won. Let me go back here to our schedule where we've won almost 8-9 games in a row. So I don't see why we can't do that. I think it'll be tough just to get James Harden acclimated, but I don't think it's going to be hard for him to kind of get going. He's going to have the ball in his hand, obviously, most of the time, and it's just going to be easier for Joel Embiid and himself. And it's really just them working on their chemistry together. Everybody else will fall in line, but it's just really what they are doing and how that works in their chemistry. With them trying to make it together. So once again, I do agree to the poll. I do think the Sixers can be the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Like I said, let me know out there, man. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all the above. Let me know what y'all think to the poll, man. And then we'll get into some money making. We'll get into some plays. We had a pretty good day for the membership. And if you're not a member yet, we are doing A2D memberships, $9.99 a month. Every month, I give you picks and plays on the weekends, but it's just not about the plays. It's just not about, the gambling side of it. They're doing giveaways for jerseys. They're doing giveaways for gift cards. We're doing giveaways for, I think, like money. We're doing member-only shows that me and my homie Frank are cousin. I'm gonna call him Cousin Frank. Cousin Frank is going to sooner or later. We're gonna put that together. We've been working on it, getting the name together, getting that done. If you haven't signed up yet, all you have to do is go to YouTube, hit the join button. Hey man, it ain't nothing. $9.99 to get some free money. We won some money yesterday. The membership. We were all over college basketball. Had some misses and some parlays, but it's a good day when you make money. And this is what we're here to do. We're here to make money. I can teach you how to catch a big fish, or you could just give me a little bit of extra side, a little bit of cash app, little bit of PayPal tip money, and I'll bring you some money. Absolutely agree that the Harden trade gives us a legit chance. For sure. Yeah, for sure. It absolutely does give us a legit chance to take this home and to win. So I absolutely agree about winning the first seed. But it's not gonna be easy. I mean, Miami's been up there up top for the most part. I think Milwaukee's still dangerous. They are the defending champs. That's a good team over there. Huge win, right? Huge fucking win for us to beat them, especially without Harden, with the team we had. Joe Embiid, what he had, like 42, 13, and like 7. Did you see that motherfucker step back? You see him trying to. It's been a couple of times he's been trying to get that Harden step back. But did you see the step back he did in the corner, on the right corner from 3? When the time was going down, hitting with the little and that was my left hand. I'm right-handed. You know what I mean? But oh my God, could you like what? Who does that at 7'2"? Like Jesus, let's go, man. Let's go. You know what I mean? All right. So looking at the yeah, man, I couldn't like. He's just so skilled, bro. Like he's just like it's not even funny. Like his talent, I don't even think we've seen him peak. Like I think he's getting there. He's at his peak almost right now. But I think there's another. He has another gear, right? Because I think he can drop 40 and 15 every night at any given night. You know what I'm saying? That will not mean like any given night, but I think he can drop 40 and 15 every single fucking night. He might be one of the hardest, if not the hardest, one-on-one cover. He's a big man with guard skills. And that's like who are you talking about? You talking about people like Durant. Like when you talk like that. He's a big man with guard skill. And look out for the big boys, man. You know what I mean? Shout out. The homie Cat won the 3-point contest last night. Right? Long odds too, plus 1,200. I would have been on Cat too. I didn't watch the All-Star game. I mean, with the All-Star skills and all that stuff last night. But just the fact that he was in it, it made him a live dog. It just made him such a live dog. And then all the other guys were streaky. So I would probably put a little. I mean, $25, bro. $25 to win you what? $120? $125? Come on, man. $50 to win you 5 something. That would have been an easy 600. That would have been an easy bet right there. All right, let's talk about the All-Star game today. So I've been getting kind of like a lot of like questions. Like, yo, how do we bet today? Like, what's today about betting? Today with some of the games today, and then how do we bet the All-Star game? So right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't bet All-Star games. They're very tough to bet because I think that anything can happen. Anybody can show up. A lot of the vets don't play like that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the vets don't play at all. And they let the young guys play who haven't been there. Like LeBron, he's been there 18 times. He might be there in the end of the game, but he don't he don't need to be in there. You know what I mean? He's done it. He's got all the records. I think he's the leading scorer in All-Star games. I think he just tied Kobe for 18 straight. So, it's going to be somebody of the newer generation or the newer guys that are going to get the MVP, which is the only thing I would actually bet in this game. But a lot of the older guys, they're going to save themselves. They're just there for the enjoy the moment, have fun with the guys, and then they're going to ride the pond for the most of the game. So that's how I would look at this bet. I mean, I look at this game if you're betting this game. Like I said, I'm not betting this game, but I want to look at some things that would help you bet if you are betting. So, J Love, what's up, bro? Bro, my question to you all off top: how many elite years do you think Embiid has? Like, will he still average 20 at 33? Something he'll be done by then. I think he has more years than we think. I think he understands, as he's been in the league a couple years, how to take care of a body. Because remember, first, the one thing is about taking care of your body and nutrition. The reason why LeBron James is where he's at right now is because he fully develops and he fully understands about investing into his health, right? He's a freak of nature, right? Let's just get that out of. We already understand that, but he does invest into his body. What was it like 1 to 2 million? He invests in his nutrition and his workout regimen to make sure that he can last this long, right? Because he's got a lot of miles. I think a lot of those guys are starting to follow that suit and understand what that actually means. And I feel Embiid would do the same thing. But he also has to take it like a Tim Duncan approach. He has to understand when and not bang so hard in the paint like that. Because a lot of the dunks he does, he comes down so heavy on his feet, and he comes down one leg. That's why he had the hyperextension the one time. So I think he has to be smart of when to play like a big man, and then when to kind of lay up. Just get a dunk, get the score. I understand the emotion of it, but I think right now, what we talking about? 3 years. I think it's been 3 to 5 years. I think he can be on the other side of the 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, I think he can be in the MVP question for easy from 3 to 5 years from now on. And I think that um his game translates to that older style, old head, big man game. He ain't gonna be like Shaq because he's got an outside game, right? Is he gonna be taking dudes off the dribble and doing his little shake every once in a while? No, not really. But he'll be able to get to his spots and get a shot up. So, and like a pop out kind of, big as he gets older, where he might not be banging in the middle with some of the younger guys. So I think that I think two, like three on the better end of the 5 years. I think easily three, but I think he'll go beyond that to knock on wood that I believe that he'll get there. You know what I mean? So I think his game translates to a old man game, as well. So all right, so let's talk about the All-Star game right now. All-Star game. We got Team LeBron and Team Durant for the second time, 71st annual All-Star game. Second year in a row, the two guys are captains. Right now, when I looked at the odds, Team LeBron is favored by -6. The total over and under is 319 and a half. This is the third year that the total has been that high. So my lean would be to the under here. 3 years in a row they've gotten under. There's some injuries this year though, that I think we need to take a look at about those guys being out. And then I think that, like I said, a lot of the older guys are not going to be playing this game. Before the 3 years in a row getting over the 320 point mark, and it hasn't hit really at all. And they just got to 320 last year. Barely, it was 320. So I think that if I was betting this game, which I am not, once again, I do not bet all-star games. If I was betting this game, I feel like a teacher, right? Talking. Like I feel like a teacher. Let me get that shit the fuck out of here. My bad. I would bet the under here, which is a scary bet. So what I would be looking at though is I would be looking at the MVPs. I think there's some good odds on the MVP, and one that's interesting to me, I think, is John Morant. Like I said, younger guy, got a lot to prove still, wants to be considered one of the best, wants to win. Right now, John Morant is at plus 900. I think this game is an easy game for him, running up and down the court, getting shooting, getting to a spot, in game type guys. Giannis plays hard, but I don't think Giannis is going to play that much. LeBron, no. Joel, I don't think Joel is going to play that much. Steph Curry, no. But like I said, I think John Morant at plus 900 is not a bad bet to win the MVP of this game. I was looking at DeRozan too. I think DeRozan wants to make some noise that he is an elite player. He should be in the MVP conversation as well for what he's doing for Chicago. I think he's at plus 1,200. You know what? Let me bring that up. Let me see what the MVPs are right now for the All-Star game, and just bring it up real quick. So we got Luka's in there, a plus 1,000. Trey, Devin Booker. You got to find guys that are going to be like streaky shooters and running up and down the court, and who are going to be in the game at the end, right? And I think those top five, like I said, Giannis, James, Embiid, Morant, Curry, there's a good chance they'll be in the game. But I'm going with my guy. Actually, oh wow, never mind. His odds dropped. It was plus 900. Damn. John Morant plus 650 right now for MVP. Should have jumped on it at 9. I saw that at 9 this morning. I'm like, yo, that's not a bad bet. Plus 650 right now for Jay Morant to I said John Morant. For Jay Morant to get plus 650. I like that bet. It's still a good bet. $50 when you're 325. It's not a bad day. That's not a bad day. If you want to bet it, I'm not going to bet it, but if you want to bet it, I think that's where you go. In terms of betting the game. All right. What's up, bro? Thanks for the elaborate response, please. I know, right? I did get long-winded there talking there. My bad, bro. My bad. What's up, Jake? Yeah, man. Stay away. I'm gonna stay away from an All-Star game. I don't even think I'll watch it. I might watch it for a little bit. Hopefully, catch the fourth quarter. Maybe double check my. I might put a little bit on that Ja Morant bet. I wish I would have caught it at 9. So much, so much, value lost there, and now down to plus 650. That means a good bet must have came in. What's up, C? Appreciate you jumping on, bro. Jay curious. I'm curious as to if Harden high usage rate takes away from Embiid's production, causing him to lose this season MVP. No, because I think the season already speaks for itself, right? The work that he's put in, unless somebody comes out of the blue, out of nowhere. Like, I mean, let's look at it now. Let's look at the MVPs right now for NBA players futures. Actually, you know what? Let me share my screen, man. Can y'all see this? Y'all can't see this, can y'all? All right, hold up. I'll share it and show you what I'm looking at. There we go. Boom. All right. Let me add it. Bang. There we go. I mean, we getting interactive on this bitch. All right, right now, these are your top right now. We have Embiid plus 145, Djokovic plus 270, Giannis at plus 390, and Steph. And then look how far Steph. Steph is usually in the top, but look how far Steph is. He's plus 1200. Morant is plus 1800. And DeRozan at plus 2000, which is not a bad bet, right? That's not a bad bet. The run that DeRozan's on right now, I think he just tied a Wilt Chamberlain record, for points scored with 50% efficiency and scoring over like 35 points. He's done it like 7-8 times in a row. That's unreal, bro. Like for him to do that, that's like this is a nice dark horse bet. Plus 220 to 1. But I mean, obviously, look, Embiid is plus 145. And we talked about it earlier in the show. If they're in the top 3 in terms of rankings, because I think Djokovic won it last year and what? They were like 4th or 5th seed. If they're in the top 3 for what he's already done, Joel Embiid will be your MVP of the year. He just will. And we gave it out. I think we got it a little bit late at plus 2 to 1. But, I mean, it's still plus money right now, right? It's still plus money right now. So plus 1 in 45, I mean, just say, you just want to throw 100. That's good return on your money, man. People get so caught up with, bet small, win big. But there's nothing wrong with just taking a win, right? Like, just take the win. I mean, if you want to put a little bit of money on DeRozan, let's see, $25 and win you 500. Like that's so much intriguing, right? That's what we want. We just want, we want that quick, win right there. You know what I mean? Oh man, $25, 500. That's good. But it's right as of right now. This is not a bad bet. I don't mind. I think that he might, the way he's on his run, he might finish second. He just ain't the sexy pick, right? The sexy pick is the big homie, Joel Embiid, plus 145. So I don't want to go, keep harping on that. But sometimes just taking the win is good enough, right? It's just good enough to take the win, right? So don't get kind of caught up without, what I mean? Like, if I gave you $100, if you lent me $100 and I said, all right, I'm taking money out of your pocket, so I'm going to pay you back interest. So every $100 you give me, I'll give you $150 back. It's print money, man. We print money right there. So there's nothing wrong with that type of bet. I like that bet. All right. So we talked about Sixers being number 1. Hopefully the bitch Ben Simmons shows up on March 10th. I pray he does. Hopefully he does. Because that place is gonna go nuts, right? That place is um, you know, this place is gonna go nuts. So what I want to do now though is we talked about BetUS, and I want to show you guys how to sign up for BetUS. You're starting to see it come around. There we just landed them as a sponsor for the show, so it just makes sense to kind of go through a quick tutorial about BetUS and showing you what what that actually looks like. All right, so let's get BetUS. So what I'll do is we're going to go to A2D, right? Let's find A2D and let us find a link. All right. So here's one of the on Facebook. Y'all know how to get there. A2D Radio. Y'all already know. Woo! 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 Look at this. Ugh. Them boys over at A2 getting hungry. We want more. Feed me more. All right. So here's a post that we put up. One of the things that we're looking at here. We can use the link below for the bonus. For remember what I talked about before, 125% bonus, meaning for every $100 you put, you get an extra 25, right? Just like we just talked about. It's printing money, right? It just makes sense, right? We're printing money. Actually, you know what? Am I showing you this? No, I'm not. My bad, fellas. Let's go back. My bad, y'all. All right, let's start over again. Go to A2D Radio on Facebook, on all social media platforms, right? On all social media platforms. Let's take that out so you guys don't see that. All social media platforms. But like I said before, we getting hungry out here, man, with the team. 85,000 people with us. If you ain't sharing this link, if you ain't telling a friend to tell a friend, if you ain't hitting that like button, that notification button, it costs you absolutely nothing to do it. Absolutely nothing. That's like it's like being a gentleman, right? It's like holding the door for somebody walking in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it. So why don't you do it? You know your mother taught you better than that, man. Come on. All right. So like we were saying, use the link here, 125% printing money. We are printing free money when we sign up. That means for every $100 you use, I'm giving you an extra $25 just for signing up. Let's go. Hit the link. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. We got the homie GP. Let me see. Can y'all still see that? No, y'all can't. So it opened up a new link. So my bad. So let me go back and show you the link that it popped up. So when you hit the BetUS link, it'll pop up this link. All right. It'll pop this up. And I'll add it right there. Boom. All right. So here we go. This is what another sports book. So this first sports book we were looking at was FanDuel. Now FanDuel need to start paying us some money because we showing them their sports book. So we'll talk about that another time, right? But that was the first sports book. Like I said before, use these promotions, y'all. Use these promotions. It's sign up bonuses. It's free money. You know what I'm saying? Like jump from sportsbook to sportsbook and start using this money. So then at the end of the day, when you put in bets, you're not using your money, right? You're not using some promotions that say they give you a sign up bonus for $50 or for saying this. Use the bonus, get your girlfriend, get your wife, get another email address, sign it up, boom, get that money. Have a free $50 bet. Hit that bet when you listen to Money Pop. Take that money out. Boom, you ain't it's a hack. It really is a hack. So make sure you shop around. All right. So we're in BetUS. So obviously we hit the join now. So let's sign up right here. My government out there. March 10th, baby. Now I wasn't bullshitting you. Let's see here. 1983. You call me and I don't know you, you will be getting blocked. Actually, let's do now that I thought about that. I can't give you a number that it's all good. I trust y'all. I trust y'all. All 80,000 of you. All right, let's go here. All right. So right here, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put social media. or YouTube channel, but more social media. Actually, know what? Let's do it like this. Podcast. How'd you hear about us? Put the podcast in here. So, what I want to do here, we want to do A2D, right? And then put a little slash there. Get your boy some props. Money pot, right? Make sure you put A2D in there, though. But give the homie some props, right? Give the homie some props. Let's do a little password. Boom. Join is our promo. Create account. Bang. Now we in the game. We in the game, right? There we go. We in the game right now. All right, let's take a look around here. All right, and here's our promo codes, right? There's our promo codes. That quick, that easy. We could claim 125% sign up bonus, right? Sign up, crypto. And it's now this is the first time I'm looking at this, y'all, so bear with me. And then your casino bet. So your casino money is like slots, like digital slots, blackjack, all that stuff. And you're in the crypto game, they make it real easy for crypto. You know what I mean? I don't do that with my crypto, but it is what it is. All right, we got look at here. We got sportsbook, we got live betting, casino that we just talked about. Looks like we got some horses. Looks like some type of Bet US channel. We got our promotions going on. So let's see more. So let's look at our promotions. Crypto sign up, all the same stuff. Same stuff. All right, that's cool. I like it so far. Big pictures. I know what I'm clicking on. All right, cool. So let's keep, make sure you use that link and share that link. And like I said, put A2D, little slash money pot. Let's look at the book. Now, we saw some of the bets earlier, right? We talked about the FanDuel. This is how we shop around for good pricing. So unlike everything so far, let's go to basketball, right? And then let's go to NBA because it looks like it's got all world stuff. Like if you bet any international, like go to this shit. Argentina, Brazil, league, all that, the French league, even the Euro leagues there. So line looks pretty good. It looks like, so the way you read this is the ticket number that the books usually use. We got a point spread. Right now it's at -6 and -110. We got our money line bets. Look at that. What did I say earlier? I said on FanDuel, that line, right, was, let's move back. All-Star game. Oh, it is at -324. So that's ticking up right there with that line right there at 324. I saw it at 319. So a lot of money coming on the over. I would start to lean to the under here. I really do like to lean to the under on this one. Let's look at the MVP. When we were talking about the MVPs. See, look at this. This is what I was talking about. So right now, if I like Morant, I'm betting on Bet US right now. I'm betting this, right? The odds were plus 650 on FanDuel. Look at this, plus 900. This is what I saw earlier. I'm betting John Morant right now. And it looks like the LeBron team is loaded. Look, Giannis, Bron, well, Embiid's on Durant, Curry, DeRozan, Luka, Chris Paul. Oh, Jesus, they are loaded over there. But yeah, I would be betting this. So I'm liking it so far. Let's look at MVP. Oh, that's the All-Star MVP. My bad. Go to NBA. How do we get to MVP of the league? Doesn't look like they have it up yet. Coach of the year. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have it up yet. So that's the one thing you do have to look out for. Some books don't have those lines up yet. So yeah, we can't bet. This is defensive player, year, most improved rookie. Yeah, we don't have that yet. Doesn't look like it. That's kind of whack. So you can't bet it on this one, and that's fine. Some books are like that. Some books you can only do it in the beginning. Some books don't allow you to bet it during the time. Like we can't even do any props bets. So yeah, man, that was a quick tutorial on Bet US real quick. So make sure, like I said, man, if you don't know, now you know. Let's get back to where did we go here? Just want to show you real quick again. Chrome tab, Facebook, share. Right here, man. Just hit the link. Make sure you put A2D/money pop. We just showed it right away. Good book there. We're definitely going to be doing some bets on here for sure. Cause I'm getting free money. Getting free money on my deposit when I join. So you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. And it helps it helps the podcast, man. You know what I mean? It helps the podcast. Like I said, we're opening doors. That's all we're doing. We're just opening doors for people. Doing the humane and the human thing to do. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see what we got here. You're so good at this, bro. I would pay you for class in the odds, man. I'm so clueless. It's like you speaking in other language, but I'm so. Hey, man, that's what we're here for, bro. Appreciate you sticking on, man. I really do. Just keep throwing questions out there, and I'm here to help you do because the thing about betting today is just like the casino and stuff like this. It goes with you everywhere, right? In this motherfucking little magic box right here that has a screen and stuff that you can push, it goes with you everywhere. So the fact that we can so easily bet at the drop of a dime off our phone, this is on the East Coast alone. The East Coast alone, $3 billion last month. New York, Jersey, and PA. The new Vegas is here. The new Vegas is on this side of the coast. It ain't Las Vegas no more. And we didn't even get to the tip. We didn't even get to the tip of it yet. Because only what? I think like 25, 30 states can bet now. It's just gonna keep going and going and going. And you see these tickets. You see these parlays. It's insane. Right? People betting $50, $100 to win $500,000. I need that scratchy ticket. I'll tell you that right now. I need that motherfucking scratchy ticket. Because that scratchy ticket is for real. All right. So we talked about Sixers going number one. We showed you Bet US. We talked about one of the best bets, I think, for the All-Star game, if you're going to bet it, and that's the under. We talked about the Sixers going to the finals. We talked about the All-Star MVP. And we talked about learning how to bet and kind of how to look and stuff like that. The one thing I do want to end on for today's show is that I want to talk about who are some key spots to bet here for the second half. And I do want to get into a little bit of NCAA. March Madness is coming. Another big opportunity for people who bet. Now I've been watching college football a little bit here and there, not as much as I should be, to talk as like a subject matter expert. But I know some of the things to look for, and I know we got some time before the 1 o'clock games kick off. So I'm looking right now at some of these games right now. One game I'm looking at is I kind of like Wisconsin today at one at -3. I think that's a short line. Michigan, is always a tough out. I believe the boy is Williams any good? No, Williams ain't nobody. I believe Wisconsin. Wisconsin's tough. We're talking about Big East football. I mean, Big East football, Big Ten basketball. And I think Wisconsin's tough at home. I think they have a really good record at home. I think they're 10-3. These teams haven't played, I don't think, this year. And Michigan's just not as good as they're typically usually are. So I kind of like Wisconsin today there to win that game. It's a short line, and it looks like a Michigan line because it's so short. But I'll take the home favorite there to win that game. Another game that I might be looking at here today is I'm looking at let's look here real quick. Memphis looks like that's a good line, -3. SMU beat them earlier this year though. AAC game. Trying to think here. I think Purdue, another Big Ten game. Rutgers beat them. Man, they beat them. They beat them by a basket. Wow. Rutgers is favored by. I mean, they're favored by 12 though. Do they have any big home 12-game wins like that? Yeah, they got a couple. I mean, they beat Illinois. I mean, so the way you look at some of these games, like right now, I'm looking at the Purdue fifth in the nation against Rutgers. Right now that line is at -12. We have a game time decision on Harper, who's a decent player for Rutgers, so that could be a big deal. But what I'm looking at is home wins in conference, right? We're talking about a conference game, so those are always tough games. Do they have any big conference wins where they won by X amount of points? They beat Illinois by 14, so which was a big win. And then they show up and lose to Michigan, and then beat Maryland, beat Northwestern at Northwestern. At home, I don't see a lot of big at home wins. I mean, Northwestern ain't no good, so beating them by 20 is nothing. But Rutgers is trash too. That's the thing. They're not trash, but they're not that good. Maybe that's a maybe. That's a maybe, and that's kind of it for today. The only ones that are kind of sticking out with me, maybe Lehigh, a +4 against because I think Lola, I think they won earlier in the year. Let me see what else. Michigan. Come on, boy. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just looking at my sports app on my phone. Maybe Mississippi State, a little Mississippi State. They should be favored. I think, yeah, I actually like Mississippi State -4 against Missouri. Yeah, those are two ones I'm looking at: Mississippi State and Wisconsin. Look at those. Tell me what y'all think. Put a bet in. Put a couple bets in. Let's go. What we got here before we get out of here? Ryan Blaney +1200 and the 500. Then Providence. You like Providence today against Butler? Let's look at that. Big East. So, but that line's so short, right? Didn't they beat the bullshit out of them? They beat them by what? No, they didn't. There was a tight. Yeah, see, it's just with Big East football. Big East, I can't say. If you keep saying Big East football, Big East basketball. I think that might be a little tight game there. What's Butler at home? Butler's not a bad team at home. I mean, Providence is the #1 seed. They're 8th in the country too. But people get up for games like that. You know what I'm saying? They get up for they get up for games like that. So, yeah, we'll take a look at that. One that's not maybe not a bad play. But I feel like that line should be higher. I feel like that line should be more like -7, right? +3. Maybe look at that over. Maybe look at that total. Because if you think Butler's going to show up, which they could, they're coming off a loss against St. John's. They got blown and they got aired the fuck out. They lost 91-51 to St. John's. That's why that line's short. You got to think they're going to bounce back at home, coming off 2 road games, or actually 3 out of the last 4 on the road. They went 2-2, coming back for a big game against Providence to kind of close it out. And they barely lost to Providence in Providence. They won the first, it was 69-20, 69-62, and I didn't see that game, so I don't even know. And I haven't watched a lot of Providence. I'm just looking at the line. But hey, it's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet. I just think that line's a little short. So we'll see. Yeah, man. One more time, sign up for BetUS. Like I said, man, we went through it earlier today. Sign up for BetUS, the new sponsorship of the show. We just went through the whole tutorial. Make sure you, when you hit that little referral, or how'd you get referral, hit go down and do referral. Go down on social media. Put A2D. Just give me a little bit of love. Put a little / money pot there. I mean, show the people you love, man. So that's all we got for today, y'all, man. We talked about a lot of bets. If you're not a member, sign up. Sign up to be a member. I'm about to get in the bag. I'm about to get in my lab and give y'all some plays and some bets today. Going to probably be a little bit light. Don't really like a lot of much, but you know what it is. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank everybody for coming on. Thank you for just watching me. Thank you for supporting me. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button so you know every Sunday when Money Pop Podcast is on the docket. Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed day. Have a great day. I know most people are off tomorrow. Let's get this cash, man. Let's win some money. Let's go. I'm out.
Let's go! This ain't the Fortnite! Oh, this game can heat stink!
Oh shit!